Forward, mark, mark time, mark, guard, halt, present, arm. Order, arms, right wheel, mark, left, 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 right, forward, mark, left, 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 right, left, left.
Good evening and welcome to the 2020 West Henderson graduation. My name is Shannon Otten and I have the privilege of being your principal at West Henderson. At this time, I would like to recognize your administrators for the 2019-20 school year. Miss Whitney Ashbrook, Mr. John McDarris, Mr. Jeff Smith, and Miss Emily Young. Now I would like to turn the program over to your senior class president, Miss Addison Heichman, and your student body president, Miss Macy Clark.
Our whole lives, we have been waiting for this moment to all be gathered here together to celebrate all that we have accomplished.
For the past 13 years, we have all made sacrifices, put in long hours, been through a roller coaster of emotions, and most of all, been a part of something bigger than ourselves.
All leading up to today, June 5th, 2020. Class of 2020, welcome to your graduation ceremony.
My name is Macy Clark, and I am the student body president.
My name is Addison Heichman, and I'm the senior class president. We are so happy to be speaking to all of you. Sitting in front of us is a group of people who have never been just peers. They have been our childhood best friends, the first person we call when we have exciting news, and the ones that we've shared our most special moments with.
Throughout the past 4 years, our class has accomplished some incredible things. We have never been the type to sit around and wait for our time to come. Whenever people say, just wait until you grow up, or you'll have to be a little older for that, we haven't listened. We all have already started our lives, and we can only go up from here. We aren't waiting for the future, we're doing it now.
West Henderson High School's class of 2020 are world travelers.
We are influencers and college-bound athletes.
We have made top-tier bands in the state and sung our way to trophies.
We are award-winning artists and actors that can make you laugh and cry at the same time.
We are scientists with a purpose and even concoct some pretty delicious food to sell with our classmates down the halls.
We are activists and we stand up for what we believe in. We are innovators who take our ideas and make them a reality.
We set the standard for excellence, motivation, and strength.
We are the rowdiest, most spirited, and maybe sometimes we got a little too enthusiastic.
But that didn't stop us. Nothing can stop us because we are going to change the world.
High school may seem like a blur now, but we will all have memories that stick with us for a lifetime. Looking back, we were such stupid freshmen. Who would ever believe that there's a pool on the roof?
Our first Spirit Week ever, we sat dressed in frat clothing and togas through a bomb threat, getting sunburned and starving. We got to hear Mr. King say, "That's a Falcon first down," every Friday night lights, more times than we can count. And our days were made better by getting a hug or being scared by Aaron Hollins.
We have all been reminded by Miss Perry that class has probably already started and we should get there, or heard Coach Gerard counting down the seconds to the bell ringing. And every band kid knows that going to Claysadelphia was the best trip of our lives.
We have all laughed while Mr. Parent tormented the freshmen and quoted Mean Girls. We had a football team that won 8 games straight and one of the best wrestling teams in the state.
We even had a parade and caravan for our volleyball team, who ended their season as state runner-ups. And we all know how wild our student section can get, so we definitely remember beating Reynolds on basketball senior night.
Remembering the first day of Miss Hanson's class, being scared to death, when in reality she's one of the sweetest and most caring people that you'll ever meet.
And for the rest of our lives, we will hear in the back of our minds Zach saying, "Good morning, Falcons," and "Happy Friday." We know that we're an amazing class and that we can persevere. We fought together through the loss of classmates and now the loss of our senior year. We are strong, but we didn't know how truly strong we are.
As we sit in a situation that isn't ideal or isn't what we had imagined, we still have smiles on our faces. We are proud because together we shouldered the weight of being the class that lived through the unknown, and we made it.
Try to show us a group of people who are stronger than us. You can. Through all the trials and tribulations, we have learned to savor the little moments and to see how truly beautiful life is. We are now, more than ever, prepared for the future, and all of our struggles will lead to our success. Our strength will show in the years to come.
We are here celebrating the past 4 years, but we are also celebrating what's next. We are all about to set off in different paths, new cities, new directions, and new lives. But no matter where we go or where life takes us, we'll always be a part of the Falcon family.
We are West Henderson Falcons. As we look towards our future, fly high, fly higher than you could ever imagine, and let your dreams take you farther than you ever thought possible.
As we prepare to turn our tassels, remember this moment. This is the start of the rest of your life, and it happened today.
Right here, right now.
Thank you, Addison and Macy. The senior reflection is presented by our top 4 honor block students, Stephen Davis, Madeline Duchesne, Aaliyah Kozlik, and Alina Misiuk.
Hold up. We're good.
Wow, what a normal school year.
Steven!
Well, okay, I guess this past year wasn't completely normal. After all, we did have slightly fewer snow days than usual.
Good thing COVID made up for that.
Yeah, it's as if nature knew that Corona would cause us to stay at home for the last 3 months of school.
Stay at home? Don't you mean learn from home? We've practically been relegated to homeschoolers.
Well, at least we can eat and have our phones out during class now. Isn't it funny how things change so fast? I mean, we are the class of 2020. We should have seen this coming.
Definitely, and now that we have so much free time, now we can reflect on our past years. The 2000s were a wild roller coaster, weren't they?
Yeah, think back to when we just started our academic careers, as little delinquents as Miss Price would call us.
Yeah, I mean, look at Alina. She walked into kindergarten only speaking Russian and biting kids in PE class.
Madeline, that was supposed to be a secret, and I honestly think they still deserve it. And besides, Steven, didn't you chase a squirrel in the school parking lot and then get bitten?
Ha! I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyways, do you guys remember silly bands?
And Webkins!
Yeah, don't forget about Flappy Bird, Crocs, bottle flipping, and fidget spinners.
Ugh. Don't remind me.
And we never seemed to grow out of playing Pop Tropica and cool math games. Stone Hogan is probably a professional chef after mastering the Papa's franchise games.
And I guess we can now finally admit that we'd all played them during Miss Burke's class. Sorry, Miss Burke.
Regardless, we've definitely made a lot of progress since then. Can you believe that we've all matured throughout our time here? We can vote, drive, get jobs, and soon we'll be off on our own. And I have to say, I wouldn't have wanted to go through this journey with any other class.
We're strong and very resilient. In fact, we've survived a countless amount of threats. A bomb threat our freshman year, a bear threat junior year, and then a fatal virus outbreak threat in our senior year. If that's not memorable, I don't know what is.
But on the bright side, we're not just the class of COVID-19, we're the class of 2020. And although we did miss some of the big things due to the school closure, we all realized how much we missed the little things, like doing simulations in Miss Price's class.
Freezing in Miss Hanson's room,
chopped competitions in foods.
And who could forget bungee jumping Barbies in statistics class?
And while our teachers are working hard to put their whole curriculum online, we're catching up on the latest TikToks, spontaneously dyeing and cutting our own hair, and creating and wearing masks. At least now Lawrence has the time to catch up on his sleep instead of dozing off in Mrs. Price's class.
And Mr. Livingston's.
And Ms. Zalewski's.
Okay, I'm pretty sure a point has been established. We've definitely had a very impressive school year with extracurricular activities and athletics. Our football team had the best record seen in many years with an impressive fan base. The bleachers were filled with school pride and resonated with the ringing of cowbells. Thanks for motivating our football players, Elise.
We wouldn't have remembered any of these amazing games without Pat Schrader. We thank him for capturing our moments.
What about volleyball? They made it all the way to state and left a legacy for future teams. They were also very generous parents that supported the student section and made sure we made it to the final games.
Also, our wrestling team made it to the third round of the state playoffs, and that hasn't been accomplished in over 20 years.
That's a good point.
Speaking of points, Ben Bryson outscored his dad in basketball, which is no easy task. I mean, we had 10 seniors compete at the state level in their respective sports this year, and had many seniors going on to play in college.
And just look at our spring sports, completely undefeated.
None of these accomplishments would have been possible without the support of our student section. Our section leaders got everyone more involved than ever and emphasized themed games. I've never seen so many people in neon at once.
And a huge shout out to Officer Jacobson for attending every game and always being ready to serve and protect our flock. Also for encouraging community involvement through Sheepdog Club.
And a big thank you to our JROTC members who've also played a large role in serving our school during assemblies and directing traffic during sporting events. 3 of our JROTC seniors are joining the military, and we thank you for your service in advance.
But West's real trooper, our traffic director Larry, persisted through rain and snow, and even after a surgical operation, he was the first and last face we saw smiling and welcoming us while entering and leaving West.
And with some of y'all's driving, he is definitely the bravest one at our school, especially since we have golf carts that only drive in reverse. Anyway, that man deserves a raise.
And we raise our hats to Chloe Ite, who put forth true dedication in every club she was involved in. Thank you for starting the Eco Club and for leading the Color Guard and Winter Guard. You guys really added energy and color to our events.
Our art students also added color to West, and I think they were the only ones allowed to legally paint on the wall without getting arrested for graffiti. Also, Christina Babor stood out in painting, and the art students did an amazing job on the sets for theater. By the way, we're still really salty about NCTC.
I agree, but in our time at West, our theater program made it to state twice, and we couldn't have done it without many prominent actors, including Jeffrey Cooper, who's attending UNCW for theater performance, and Anna Campbell for leading the freshmen and encouraging people to deliver their best performance.
We didn't get to put on our musical this year, which was heartbreaking for not only the actors, but for the entire community. Shout out to Miss Cooper for working so hard.
Our club involvement has really made a difference in our communities. Like Lauren Mullis, who represents us as the state president of FCCLA. What a huge accomplishment. Also, Graham Grush organized Junior Civitans volunteer service for the Special Needs Olympics. It was devastating to hear that the event was canceled this year.
Our journalism staff has helped us cherish our memories for years to come, and their hard work is what makes our yearbooks nationally reputed.
Not to mention the hard work and expertise that the Zalewskis and STEAM Club members put into Science Olympiad this year. We would have crushed states.
You know, science classes and clubs aren't the only place where experiments took place. Our capstone program made about 30 of us the school's guinea pigs when we were placed in seminar and research.
Yeah, I bet we and the 13 others in our class are so glad AP research is finally over. Sorry, Mr. Swindle.
No, I bet Mr. Swindle is living a stress-free life right now.
Speaking of teachers in the language department, Miss Dellinger has shown her aptitude while teaching Spanish, sponsoring Culture Club with Miss Ogburn, and being elected as Teacher of the Year for 2021. She's always happy and easily lifts people's moods as she says hola in the hallways.
And because of her fun classroom environment, Dylan Lawson's found it fit to deliver a promposal to Olivia Moore in Espanol. It's a real shame prom is canceled.
Definitely. Plus, without all the help we've gotten from our guidance department, Miss Nichols, Miss Putnam, and Miss Littauer, I don't think we'd all have the college, job, and scholarship opportunities that are now in our near futures. We really owe it to these ladies and their patients. think I visited some of them 5 times a day.
And if it weren't for the teachers who helped us edit scholarship essays and write teacher recommendations, I don't think I'd be going to college. Mr. King, you're a real OG.
Ultimately, if Miss Otten wasn't steering this ship, then our high school experience would have been drastically different.
I mean, remember when we had to do our homework the night before instead of during SMART period?
Smart periods were definitely a good idea. And we were always able to talk with Miss Otten if we needed her. She wasn't difficult to find because she's very vertically gifted. Respect for still wearing high heels.
But hey, she does pull them off though. And Miss Otten definitely has a kind heart. She missed us so much that she visited our houses to give out the senior signs, while social distancing, of course.
We were her first freshman class, and we wouldn't have wanted any other principal in her place.
And I'm pretty sure that during the one pep rally we had this year, she smeared pie in the face of Mr. Smith. You know, I think that's why he decided to leave this year.
Regardless, nothing that our class accomplished would have been possible without the support of all of West faculty and staff, especially the custodians and cafeteria ladies.
And thank you to the parents that have supported us through our entire academic career. They have raised a very impressive class. I think we're both equally scared and excited that we're going off into the real world next year.
Shout out to my mom!
Anyway, we can't seem to have the good without the bad. After all, we did leave school on Friday the 13th. We walked down the senior steps without even realizing all of the memories that we'd miss out on. Many people we've already seen for the last time, and it's still difficult to fully understand something that we didn't experience.
Most of all, this year, we had to unite around Ben Gordon's passing over this past summer, and we learned to be there for each other more than ever, despite hard times. He was so friendly and got along with everyone, and he remains in the hearts and minds of each one of us.
We have been through many changes together as the class of 2020, and through this change, we've adapted and we have been molded into adults, ready to take on the rest of our lives.
You know, we're probably the most well-rested class in West history. After all, we didn't have a senior project or exams this year to worry about.
Well, I could argue with that first part. I mean, I think Elise just finished breakfast before a graduation ceremony. Yep, it's 5. If she's following her quarantine schedule, she would have gotten up just 10 minutes ago.
Although we were thrown off the deep end called life a little sooner than expected, we still represent 13 years of hard work, dedication, and togetherness. And in the famous words of Dory, just keep swimming.
With the friends and classmates we grew up with since elementary school, along with the ones who joined along the way, we have all played a role in making the class of 2020 the most memorable one yet.
We really do fly high, and we fly together.
And we wash our hands.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
Thank you, seniors, for sharing your memories with us. On the first day of school this year, I sat in front of you and told you how special you are to me. You are the first class I had all 4 years as a principal. I sat there looking out at all of you in the auditorium, and seeing your faces, I cried. Now, 10 months later, I'm standing here wishing I was looking out at all of your sweet faces. But who am I kidding? Because my speech would end here because I'd be crying, and Berto would have to come up here on stage again and save me. But really, this class is amazing. You've had a really tough year. As a group, you've had a lot happen. From losing a friend all the way to a global pandemic. But one thing I've learned about this class is you stand strong and you stand together. You truly do fly better together. I am so proud of this group and all you've accomplished, but I'm even more proud of the way you care about each other. You've always stood out from the other classes and had your own unique way. The other day, our Associate Superintendent, Dr. Bryant, was talking to a group of principals, and he said, "Adversity doesn't build character, it reveals true character." The first thing I thought of was this class. You always overcome and rise above, and you do it with grace and dignity. I want you to know that we know the last part of your senior year was supposed to be made for memories and celebration together with your classmates. But hopefully, you were able to spend a little extra time with loved ones. Before you go off to college, join the military, or start working full-time. Know that this time has also been tough for our faculty and staff, because we missed out on those memories with you too. This has been a time of grieving for us too. When we were driving all over the county, putting your senior signs in yards, we were praying that when we honked the horn, you would come out so we could see those sweet, smiling faces again. There will be a time, hopefully in the near future, where we can be together again. We can hug each other and enjoy each other's company, hopefully sooner than later. When that time comes, we want to see you again, give you a hug, and we expect that you'll come back to share all of your successes with us. Remember, you're always a Falcon. Don't forget where your nest is. We love you, class of 2020. You have left your footprints on our hearts forever. At this time, I would like to recognize our junior marshals. These students are our top 15 members of the junior class. This year's junior marshals will receive an extra cord at graduation ceremony next year to recognize all of their hard work. Now I would like to recognize the members of the honor block. These students have achieved a cumulative weighted grade point average of 3.9 or greater. These students have received a gold tassel to wear on their cap for graduation. Congratulations and thank you for your hard work. Now I would like to recognize our North Carolina scholars. These students have taken a specific curriculum designated as rigorous by the state of North Carolina and managed to maintain a cumulative 3.5 unweighted grade point average. These students received a silver cord to wear at graduation. Congratulations and thank you for your hard work. Now I would like to recognize our first class graduating with an AP Capstone Diploma. These students have taken a specific curriculum designated as most rigorous by the College Board. This distinctive program that combines scholarly practice with academic intensity has students take a minimum of 6 AP courses, including AP Seminar and AP Research. These students received a white stole to wear at graduation. Congratulations, and thank you for your hard work and dedication. Academically, this class has performed extremely well. They have received over $4.3 million in scholarships and awards. We are proud of your accomplishments, but we are even more proud of you as young men and women. Each year, the Faculty Award is given to an outstanding senior chosen by the faculty committee. This year, we are delighted to present the Faculty Award Scholarship of $750 to Alina Misiuk. Our last award of this evening is the Falcon Pride Award. This award is given each year to a senior who exemplifies what it means to be a West Henderson Falcon. When asked to describe this year's recipient, one teacher said, "She is a remarkable young lady who embodies the ideals and values that our faculty hold dear and would love for all students to aspire. She is thirsty for knowledge both in and out of the classroom, striving to deepen her understanding of the world around her. Further, she carries joy, a sense of humor, and integrity into the environment she enters. She has adapted beautifully to her surroundings and claims close friendships and working relationships with students across all social groups. Another stated that she is one of the most well-rounded students she has encountered and excels at everything she does. From the dance studio, her work in the community, and extracurriculars, to the outstanding work she has displayed in our AP Capstone program. She continues to be one we are proud to call our own. This young woman has it all: brains, charisma, commitment, drive, perseverance, and integrity. Elise Trexler has been at the core of West Henderson during her years here and embodies every respect of what it means to be a West Henderson Falcon. Congratulations, Elise. Fly high, Falcon. At this time, I would like to recognize our faculty and staff and thank them for the support that they have given to the class of 2020. like to introduce Jalen Brinson and Michaela Cooper for the singing of our alma mater.
To thee, our alma mater, we pledge our love so true. We dedicate our colors, the red and white and blue. In these our halls of learning, true knowledge you impart. May you remain forever within our heart. Thou art a light to guide us, a beacon always strong, a source of inspiration to teach us right from wrong. Thy loyal sons and daughters forever we shall be, devoted always to thy cause, in trust and loyalty.
Thank you, girls. That was beautiful. At this time, would the senior class of 2020 please rise? By the authority vested in me by the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction and the Henderson County Board of Public Education, I declare you 2020 graduates of West Henderson High School.